What's up, Nesha?
Queen, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. So I found out that you are a Pisces like me. So it's
Yes. Come on now. Gang, 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 gang. You feel me?
not for real.
Season.
So, let's see what's been going on. We're in the middle of a pandemic. The whole world's in an uproar over the Breonna Taylor case, amongst other cases. So, how have you been holding up through all of this? Because I see you've been really active, actually on the front lines. So,
Yes, Queen. Really to be honest, I mean, this is America that we live in. I'm not surprised with the verdict. And to be honest, for me, being out on the front line, even beyond what's happening now, and I remember being in St. Louis marching for Mike Brown, you know what I mean? And standing at the Quick Trip, letting our voices be heard. So saying all of that to say, I'm not going to say protesting isn't a part of change, because it is. But for me, I'm stepping to a different phase of, okay, what can we do? Because we understand they not respecting nothing. Doing it's like a slap in our face. The people who marched 6 months straight for Breonna Taylor, for somebody walls to be getting
justice. Lies and a $12 million settlement.
Come on, Queen.
That's like a slap in everybody's face.
When the $12 million had came to the forefront, we should have known then it would not be any charges filed. And we gotta understand that us as Black and brown people, we cannot be so easily swayed by finances. For me, Breonna deserves justice. That $12 million is here today and could possibly be gone tomorrow. But what about her life? You know, so I'm so upset with that, Queen. I girl.
A lot of people are, including myself, and I know you are. It's just, I don't know. It's just really sad. I guess they feel like we can be bought at a price in a certain way. I'm all for like reparations and everything, but like you said, life was lost, and that wasn't justice. Those
not at all.
Those police officers, all of them need to be in jail. All of them. All of them. Because if it would have been anybody else, you know what I'm saying, the roles would have been reversed.
Come on, Queen.
You know what I'm saying? They would have definitely been thrown in jail, without a question.
Listen, I could have shot in the air at some squirrels. I would be on death row.
I'm crying. Hold on, let me fix this chair. Go ahead.
I just need y'all to know, if I could have shot in the air at squirrels, at birds flying around outside in nature, these people would have me on death row right now. You see what I'm saying? It's about the color. We understand that. This systematic racism is so deep, y'all. It's so deep. It's so deep.
Not to mention, I think somehow the neighbors or something with their walls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's where the money came from, because the bullets went through someone else's walls. I think I read that correctly, but that makes no sense. And it's just they don't respect us as a race, and it's just really disappointing. I feel like it's almost like a never-ending argument. Like I don't even really know how to tackle it anymore. I mean, the most we can do is just keep spreading awareness, keep, voting, keep, being on the front lines. And I really don't know. What do you think we should do moving forward?
Like you said, Queen, just continuing to put that energy towards it. Like, I'm a big believer in energy, so I understand, even if we feel like we're not getting justice, y'all need to know we are the chosen people. You see what I'm saying? This is the thing I just want to put on people mental for them to think about it. You can do your own research, but Egypt was around for 5,000 years. America hasn't even existed as long as Egypt did as a civilization. So I need y'all to understand, everything that they got on this earth, it came from us. The knowledge, we even had airplanes in Egypt. You see what I'm saying? So all of this, first this, first that, stop playing. We did that.
Their technology was very advanced.
Yes. So I'm saying all that to say, y'all, just hold tight, because it's going to come back around. Because the people in the high up places know the truth. Okay. And we're beginning to really walk into our truth, and we're all accepting our God-like powers. We just got to continue doing more of that, because I'm seeing a shift.
I would say I'm seeing a shift. I definitely feel like more of our people are waking up. You know what I'm saying? A lot more people are getting educated, educating themselves. I think that's very important because the school system does not. Um, it does not educate, or it does not, educate us to become entrepreneurs or think for ourselves. It educates us to be workers, to work for them or work for someone else. So, yeah, educating yourself, not just, in the economy, educate yourself with politics, educate yourself, not just what they show you, but do your own research. That's really
Yes.
important. So yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah, girl,
Girl.
But I admire you because you were really like out there, like connecting with the people. Still, being a brand, but it was genuine. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, I'm not saying some people did it for clout, because at the end of the day, awareness needs to be spread, right? But
Right.
I knew that it was something that was near and dear to your heart. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for really, being bold, because that was a little scary. You were right there, like with the police officers and everything.
Yes, Queen. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So shout out to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just keep thinking, Lord forbid, but if something happened to me where my life was taken at the hands of a police officer or police brutality or, somebody racist or anything like that, I always think in my mind, I would hope people would get up and get out for me.
Oh yeah.
Like I just would hope, whether it was protesting or starting some type of petition or saying, you know what, y'all, let's put together some type of community fundraising event for Nesha Nycee and what she did. I just wish, I hope and pray that people would continue to exalt and uplift my name, because I'm not able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at the Breonna Taylors, the Ahmaud Arbery's, the Rayshard Brooks. They're not here to fight lives. You know what I'm saying? They're not here. So if I'm here and I got breath in my body, then I'm going to do, the best that I can.
I love it. Yes, girl. We're going to get into, all about you, your brand, your music. I did want to point, some of the comments. Some people said, big justice, I guess, in terms of Breonna Taylor. Someone said it's generational. It's a stronghold at this point. There's no respect. But someone just said something that kind of threw, I guess we could say, a monkey in the wrench. We also need to respect ourselves. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But see, when you think back on the system, you understand that even us not respecting ourselves, that was something that was implemented on us.
Yeah.
We were born. We were born the chosen people, but the slave masters, the Willie Lynch shit, all of that went on, that broke us down. Then it was, oh, you light skinned, I'm dark skinned. Then, you know what I mean? All of it started in slavery. Yep. So it goes deep. It goes deep.
People feel like, that can't be, like, there's no way. That was 400 years ago. There's no way that could have been passed down to now. I'm like, no, like, you have to realize, like, unfortunately, it's a part of us. Like, we can choose to educate ourselves and not be held to those stereotypes or, I guess, acting that way or thinking that way.
Right.
But we do have to realize, like, that was a trap that was put onto us. You get what I'm saying? We can't ignore that. Now, it should be an excuse to continue to do what we're doing, but we can't, we can't deny that. It's 400 years.
Absolutely.
For over, what is that for? I don't even know how many generations, but it's a long ass time. That's a lot of people.
Long ass time, girl.
Someone said facts. 100% agree, but in the information age, ignorance is a choice, right? Classic conditioning for sure. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of passionate people in here. I feel like we kind of touched on everything. Do your own research, y'all. Don't go by what people tell you or what they show you on the media. Sometimes that's half of the truth, right? But Nesha, you are lit. You are such a lit artist.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think the first time I saw you doing your thing was at Rap Plug.
Okay.
Doing some cypher. And I think you had an interview with, I had an artist client named Vegeta. You know her?
Say it one more time.
Her name's Vegeta. She's like Indian American.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So she used to be my artist client on my PR side of things. But I think y'all had an interview together, and then yeah, I saw you doing the cipher for what is it, Rap Blood. So you're super lit. You are really lit. So tell us how you got started in the industry.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, you know, if you go back to a lot of my earlier interviews, even with like Sway, I always talk about the essence of me starting my music coming from the struggle. You know, we just got done talking about, as Black and brown people, what's embedded in our DNA, that trauma. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I'm upset. I'm upset because it's in my DNA. You know what I mean? My so music, I got into music because I had a rough childhood, you know, that typical story, you know what I mean, that Black people go through, you know what I'm saying? So I, you know, didn't have that silver spoon, and, you know, we struggled, you feel me? We didn't have everything, but at the end of the day, I didn't know as a child, I couldn't, you know, really bring it, I couldn't come to terms with why my life was the way it was. Like, I'm only 8. Why is this happening? Like, why are we struggling? Why I don't have that? Why, you know, why I don't feel like don't nobody love me? Whatever.
Yeah.
And I began to communicate musically. Like, that was my way to pretty much get my emotions off my chest. Like, you know, I didn't understand spirituality or anything at that time, but I was just like, yo, like, here's a piece of paper and I feel like this, let me write it out. You know, let me color on this paper. Let me use my words to really paint, you know, my story, my song. So yeah, 9 years old, I began to write. At 12, I started recording. And by the time I was like 14, I had already worked with Jazzy Faye and, you know, things with the Brad. And I mean, just really was getting my feet wet around the city. And when I was 17, I used to do, or I started at 16, but here in Atlanta, they used to have something called V103's Rip the Mic.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that.
So I did that. Like, I held that down like 8 weeks undefeated. You know, I was there every Saturday, would not know who I was battling until we was in the station getting ready to rap. You know what I mean? So me battling guys half my age, grown men, and winning, I would go back to school and people like, Niche, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I really began to kicking through those doors. Like I said, just starting with that childhood and knowing how to channel that pain. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, girl. I thought
you good.
But no. Yes. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people's inspiration comes from, you know, through their own pain, their own struggle, their own experiences, obviously. But, you know, I think you have a unique story. Can you tell us a little bit more in depth, like what your childhood was like, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I mean, you know, with not going, I guess not going too deep.
No, you don't gotta go too deep.
But
just give us
just saying that to say, like, I remember, you know, shit, not having, you know what I'm saying, hot water and the lights was off, and you know what I'm saying, living with this or that family member, and you know, being 12 and being grown, like acting like I was already 18. People saying to me like, yo, you're very mature for your age. And it wasn't like, oh, you know, I chose to be this way. It's like, nah, at 8 years old, I had to make those life or death decisions. Like, you know, you feel me? Didn't really have that older support around because of, you know, different things. Everybody got their struggles. You know what I'm saying? I love, you know, my family and my parents, and it just is what it is. You know, they had things that they were dealing with. They did the best that they could. But at the end of the day, it affected me, my brothers, you know, and we just tried to make the best out of it. But it made me literally into the queen that I am. Like, had I not struggled, had I not known what it meant to be without lights, water, no food, had I not been through that, like, bro, you know, I wouldn't be half as
who have the same hustle mentality. Or
you know.
I feel it because look, I'm the total opposite of you. I grew up kind of like in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? I grew up what people would say was whatever the life, I guess, whatever. But it wasn't until probably last year where I've actually had to struggle or like actually felt what it was like to not have,
to kind of be without.
And it totally changed my perspective on a lot of things. So that, not to mention now some things I dealt with at a young age was like, discrimination, a little, prejudice. So that was something I could relate to at a young age. But as far as like really just being without and kind of learning to work for my own stuff, honestly, at the big age of 24, girl. But look, it's okay.
Wow, and see, Queen, that's a blessing because, I have many different friends from different spectrums. I have friends that grew up with both parents in the house and never went without. And that's so healthy to be around those people because you can see what structure looks like. I remember going around people being like, damn, okay, so this is what it looks like to have a functional family.
No, I know what you mean.
That's even a blessing too. That's a blessing. I just want to send love to your family for making sure you was good and making sure you didn't go without. Here you are at 24 being like, yo, this is the first time I experienced that. That's a blessing.
Well,
that's
25 wow. Now. But no, girl, it's been a blessing. It's just I've always, and this is some people, I think it's always because you don't know the other side. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, how some people cap and like, oh, I wish, like, okay, how people from Gwinnett will just say that. Some people pretend like they are harder than they really are because they never actually experienced it. Like, I wouldn't say I actually was like that, but I would say that I did admire the drive of people that maybe didn't have it as much. It's different. You know what I'm saying? And I could, you have that with, your brand, your music. You know what I'm saying? I could see the work you put in. Like, you're not like expecting someone to do something for you. You're going and getting it. You know what I'm saying? That's a total different thing, especially in this industry now. Like, you have to put yourself out there. You can't wait on somebody else unless you just got the money to put up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you might have the money to put up, but I'm just saying, like, you gotta almost be just as on it as your team. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Especially with you being an independent artist. So tell us why the independent route and not, record label?
Just because it just seemed, for me, it's like God wanted me to boss up. I've been in so many situations. I remember being 12 and having quote unquote management or whatever, or people that said like, yo, I'm gonna get you signed with Def Jam, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And I remember being let down so many times throughout my life that when maybe 2015 came, I was working with this team at the time, and the guy that I was working with, he really just put it in my head like, Niche, this is the year you need to get the LLC. Like, I know you don't understand why I'm telling you this, but you need to get it. Like, you need to be, you need to be walking in your power. Like, he just put that on me. So I remember getting my LLC in 2015, but not really understanding what to do with it, not really understanding how to have that business account and write off my expenses and just different things. I didn't really understand it because my life was still chaotic at the time. And that's another thing. It's like, we could talk about the childhood, but even just me walking through the everyday 2020, it's like, I still got, you know what I mean? It's still,
I feel
you feel me, that I deal with, but I continue to keep going, and I'm grateful. But yeah, so he put it on my heart, and I started the business in 2015. I didn't really understand it, didn't really keep up with the bank account, and the shit went into the negative, and I kind of had to learn from that. So 2019, I got it blessed in another situation. I want to shout out my mentor, D. Thompson.
Okay.
She helps me a lot on the business end. And she's a strong Black woman. I mean, she does a lot of management for like NBA players and WNBA players and NFL players. Does a lot of representation for bigger artists. I mean, she be meeting with Jay-Z, and just to have like her in my corner, that was like, Niche, like, yo, this is the year we're gonna get your publishing together. This is the year, because when you go through years of working with people that don't really know what they doing, they just kind of telling you like, oh, do this, do that. But finally, 2019, I linked with her, and she's a stand-up businesswoman. It's like, yo, no, I'm gonna get you in line because this is how I know it needs to go. So I got the publishing company started.
Wow.
I redid my label. Like I said, I had started it in 2016, but I dissolved it, and I started Nice Crown Entertainment at the end of 2019. So to be walking into all of 2020 being like, yo, I got my publishing, I got my label, it was only right that I said, you know what, because I had some situations on the table last year.
Okay.
And if I, if I would have got excited and let the emotion take me over of, man, I've been grinding so long, let me just sign this shit. But I had people in my corner like her, like my other mentors that was like, nah, Nish, we got to over. This agreement ain't really what, trust me, if you keep doing it by yourself, just think about where you will be. And I remember being so sad and being like, yo, like, I've worked this hard to get some paperwork that ain't fair. Like, are you serious? But I kept grinding. And now here we are, record with Zaytoven. And you know what I'm saying? Things that I didn't see then when I was like, well, should I sign? What should I? I've been doing this shit for so long by myself. I do want some help. Like, what? You know, like, nah, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, Queen. So just me being that boss, like having that mentality instilled in myself, I think that's something that the higher power has continuously pushed for me. Like, it's not going to work out with them because you need to do it yourself. It's not going to work out over there because you need to do, I would never like, damn, like, why is this not going right? The higher power telling me, girl, you got to learn this shit. You can't take no shit.
You're not supposed to just be an artist. You're supposed to know the side of you're supposed to know the business side of things because maybe, they got something else in store for you or God or, universe. Okay, so I want to touch on, you have opened up for what? Little Kim. You've opened up for K Michelle. What is it? Young Ma, girl. What were those experiences like? Because those are like super dope, big names. Not to mention, we gonna get to the record with Zaytoven. We gonna get to that, okay? Because that's amazing. But what was it like opening up for those type of people?
Oh man, it was amazing, and I definitely want to shout out my Trax Girl family just for always keeping me in mind. I mean, I got very close with a promoter by the name of DJ M. She actually used to be on Love and Hip Hop for a few seasons, but I got close with her when I was about 17 and just performing and doing my thing. And she was just like, yo, like, I do pride. Like, I do pride for the whole city. I do a lot of big events.
Wow.
People need to see you, so her hosting those big concerts where she would be like, yo, we honoring Lil Kim. We got Lil Kim performing, and I want Nesha Nycee to open up. We got Brandy. I want Nesha.
Wow. Literally,
those came from a direct contact that I had that believed in what I was doing. Like, nah, we got to have Nesha be the opener for this person.
Wow.
Me meeting her a few times. I remember 2016, just walking around Texas and me and M.A. side by side. Like, I'm like, yo, M.A., she like Nesha Nycee. Ran into each other on so many shows. It was just that love there. So, yeah, man, shout her out because just being genuine and continuing to be herself. You feel me? It's not easy. And I want to salute her for that. So, yeah, that's how those opportunities came about, Queen.
Wow, that's amazing. So it looks like you've built a lot of different relationships, and that's super important in this industry. Building relationships, really being genuine. I can tell you're a Pisces, so no.
Right.
So you said right, exactly. Yes, girl. So okay. So I guess we could just go on to your music because that's honestly, what we got to talk about. Painful Purpose is out. I had the chance of listening. I really, really like it. Before we get super, super in depth with that, tell us, how would you describe your sound? Because I don't want to, it's kind of, I'm going to let you say it.
Yes, get into it. You know what? Honestly, I would have to say, I didn't really created a whole nother genre. Okay. You
I didn't want to be the first to say it, but okay. So like, how would you, I'm going for, is it like, it's like a trap vibe with a little bit of, and this might sound crazy, but rock? Almost like some of the beats sound a little bit of rock and roll. Maybe, no, I'm wrong.
Nah, I like that because that's something that I never heard, but
really?
I guess I could get into like the alternative side of, because really,
maybe
the
alternative
is alternative, really, because I'm not talking about what nobody else is talking about.
No, you're right.
So, when people say rock, they want to think about screaming and surprised? Like,
no,
no,
not that type of.
that's alternative. Like, that's something that you have not heard. It's different from this. It's different from that. So yeah, like I like to look at myself as like a female, like J. Cole, or a female.
Ooh, yes, that's
Or,
dope.
I'm saying somebody that's literally like, if we can look at Earth Gang right now and Spillage Village with the movements that they got. Like, that's really the angle that I'm coming from, Queen. Me continue to be super different with my flow. I don't never want to be. I never want people to expect what they, like what is she gonna give? Certain, I love the baby. I want to shout him out because he showed me major love way before he blew. I want to shout him out, solid king. But I love him to death. But we know, what I'm saying, when we turn on the baby, we can kind of guess the flow he gonna give. You feel me?
I feel it.
That's away from saying. So with me, I like to kind of keep people on their toes a little bit. But yeah, I do. I can appreciate it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go with alternative, but it's like an alternative track. So you definitely, I've never really heard that. So I can go for that. Somebody said the screaming is metal. Okay, get us right, David. But okay, so we got to talk about really quick before we jump into Paper Purpose. We got to talk about Too True.
Yes.
So I was featured in Euphoria, which just got it. Zendaya just got her Emmy Award. So what was that like to have a song on a major show that just got an Emmy? What is that like? Wow.
Man, super humbling. Super humbling. Like, with those sync placements, you can get a call, email, somebody could text you, be like, man, I saw your name in the credits. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was just a random thing. It got before last year. I went to our iHip-Hop distribution because they reached out to me. It's a company based out of California. And they said, hey, we love everything that you do. We've been seeing what you've been doing during AC. We put together these compilations where we feature artists from Wu-Tang to Rhapsody to Young M.A to, big artists to A$AP Rocky. And we want to feature you as well on this compilation. So we had a conversation with the song. And the song ended up being Too True. They purchased the song from me. Like, yeah, we want to buy this song from you. We want to put it on our thing, compilation, like 50 artists, whatever. And that's pretty much what they did. So I was able to see, because Too True was sitting in the chamber. Like, I wasn't going to do anything with the song. So for me to make money off that song continuously, I'm super grateful. So I sold them the song. Got put on the compilation. They put it on like Complex and Hot New Hip Hop, and it got some press. So I was just like, okay, this is dope. And then 3-4 months, they sent me an email. It was like, hey, they put you on Euphoria, the pilot episode. Like, we had an idea, but congratulations. So I was able to see, what I'm saying, that check from that, and then fast forward. Right. So here it is on P Valley. I got somebody, one of my text me like, Niche, I hear your song Too True on P Valley. So, the company got in touch with me like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We got you. Feel me? So just to continue to kick open doors with music that I wasn't even going to do anything with. This is what y'all got to understand. When the energy is in the air, when you say you're going to do something, it don't matter how it's going to be done. You already said you're going to do it. So just be prepared for the results. That's the type of person I am. I've been saying I'm going to have my shit in TV. I've been saying it. I didn't know how. I didn't know, who I had to connect with to make it happen, but I've been saying it. And here it is. You know what I'm saying? She got the Emmy, like, oh shit, they just added the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Now I can say, wait a minute, I have a song in an Emmy award winning show. You feel me? So Queen, I just continue to put that energy out, but it felt great. It felt like a long time coming. It felt like, damn, I'm actually starting to see a few dollars from this shit. You know what
It's all about
our last into this music shit. Okay. What?
Been working. Look, I've seen you continuously, I think since 2018 for sure, because that's when I noticed you out there doing your thing, and I was like, okay, and I just keep seeing you pop up, and you're consistent. So you know, when you're consistent in this game, you're really putting out dope art, you know, being genuine. I mean, it's only bound that you eventually gonna make it to where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? You manifested it, you put faith behind it, and let God do the rest, right?
Can't stop, won't stop. Yes, for real.
Yes. So it is produced. It was executive produced by Drake. Is that correct?
The show is executive produced by Drake. Yes,
I knew that. I don't watch Euphoria, y'all, but I have heard, I have heard of the show. So, but that's super dope. So we got to talk about Painful Purpose. I had the chance of listening. It's produced by Zaytoven. Whoa. Okay. He did a lot of things for Usher, Future, Gucci Mane, for people who may not know, but Zaytoven is like everywhere. But anyways, what was that experience like?
Woo! Girl, what? Again, like I said, I am a person, I put it in the universe and I work my ass off for it. I've had a relationship with Zaytoven's manager and his DJ for the last 4 or 5 years. Them just seeing me out in the streets, respecting my movement, like, yo, her style is always dope. She always got good energy. I never go up to people wanting a handout, like, how can I get with Zay? Like, nah, yo, queen, what's going on? I'm showing her love. How can I support you? You DJing, where you at? Okay, I'm gonna pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing his manager love. Hey, what's good? You feel me? Just off the strength of who they are, not because they're connected with Zaytoven. You see what I'm saying? You don't do people like that. You feel me? So I just genuinely connected with these people. And I had an interview last year with Head Crack. I want to shout out Head Crack. I had an interview.
I met him. He's super dope.
out when the interview was about to end, he was like, yo, Niche, I don't want you to leave out of here fast because I want to introduce you to somebody. This is what Head Crack said. So I was like, okay. So we walk out. It's Zay manager and his DJ. So they already like, man, we already know Nisha. What's good? So we hugging, Zay. Queen was going on. It's like, man, you always looking like a star. I said, man, King, we took a picture. We got a picture. And I remember posting it last year saying like, yo, Zay said I look like a star today. It's just a matter of, It's just a matter of time before we really lock in. So fast forward, them just respecting the movement, them seeing me out. Whenever I see the manager, he always like, Niche, you good? Like, we got a party, just inviting me out to different shit because I'm going to show up. Wow. So fast forward to this year, I was on the phone with, I want to shout out my business partners. I was on the phone with them. Okay. They're based out in California. And they was just like, Niche, we so proud of you. You've been out here on the front lines. You've been, putting in that work and fighting for justice and still doing your music shit. Like, we are proud of you and we feel like it's time to get some next level production. So we got talking and went through some names and Zaytoven came up and I was just like, well, hey, y'all know I got the relationship already in-house. Let's see what's what. So I hit his manager and it was all she wrote. Hit his manager. He's like, man, come on, Nisha, of course.
Wow.
So when we locked in for Zay to be like, Niche, this a long time come. We supposed to been did this. Like, how could I forget something? It's like, whoa, wait a minute, King. You know what I'm saying? I'm never
like, wait.
Like, hold on, wait.
You feel that's a real experience. I can only imagine.
Man, girl. So just him showing love like that and respecting my movement and respecting the fact that I'm actually talking about some shit. I couldn't ask for more. He was like, man, like, you hard. Like, you really spitting. I was like, damn, Zay, I appreciate that, King. So to lock in with him, really, to be honest, Queen, I couldn't put it any better way than to say I was locking in with a brother that I never got to lock in with like that. It really was on some family shit. It really was. We got to talking about the pandemic and, how we feel about shit. And I mean, he's very deep, very deep. He's came up in the church, you know what I'm saying? So he don't drink or smoke. He just got qualities about him that you don't really see in a lot of these industry cats.
Look.
You feel me? Come on, girl.
No, I know it. Yeah, I can only imagine. It's very rare you connect with someone in the industry with just genuine vibes. Like, without, of course y'all work together, but the fact that he could even just sit down and have a real conversation with you without it being some false pretense or what, you know, just on some visual, whatever. That's really, I respect that. And it's rare. You know, there's a few people I met like that, where they didn't get the big head yet and they really could just have a conversation with you. And then you got the people, no shade to them, they just up here in the clouds somewhere.
Right.
But okay. It is okay. But wow, that is so amazing. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Girl, this sun is washing me all the way out. But anyways, congratulations. Keep doing your thing. Keep, you know, making a statement. You definitely have a brain. I always see the crown, but oh, that's Nesha Nycee.
Okay.
Nesha Nycee with stars. Yes, but yes, this interview has been amazing, and we'll have to connect and let me know when you have a show. I'll pull up, okay?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Queen, for having me today. I appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're not familiar with the movement, get to it, huh?
Painful. Tell them where we can follow you.
Yes, Painful Purpose, produced by Zaytoven, streaming everywhere. It's going crazy. We on our way to 100K streams. It's been tricked on Audio Max since it came out. I need y'all to show support. Show support. You can actually go watch the live cook up in studio with us, with him making the beat and me writing the lyrics. That's on YouTube. Nesha Nycee, Zaytoven. Subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me everywhere at Nesha Nycee. NESHANYCEE. That is again NESHANYCEE. www.neshanycee.com for the merchandise and for you to get more in depth into the bio, into the story. You feel me? It's a lot of pain, but that's why I say painful purpose, baby, because you know what I mean? You cannot have a purpose without enduring some type of pain, no matter what level it's on. Y'all continue to unlock your purpose. Continue to stand up for what's right. Continue to be true. Continue to live your best life, because we understand tomorrow is not promised. Huh?
I love the energy, girl. Look.
Thank you, Queen.
Featured on A3C. Honestly, girl, we would have a whole hour and a half conversation if we were to cover everything you've done.
Yes. It's okay, because we're going to have to come back for another one.
Yes. Did you want me to play your song before we go?
Let's play that shit.
Okay. Let's see.
I need to support this queen and her platform. She's doing major things for real.
Yes, girl. I'm going the independent route myself. So.
Yeah, queen, you doing your shit. You ain't letting nothing stop you. Let's go.
Girl, no.
Like,
one thing about me, somebody told me no, I'm going to find another way.
Okay. Heard you.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. They got the ad playing. Hold up. I'm on YouTube.
Okay.
I ain't paid for YouTube Pro, y'all.
Fuck that, girl. They trying to get our money. Fuck that.
Right. They got me all the way. Okay, here we go.
We got you, David. Let's go.
I don't know why it sounds so low.
You hear it? Look, press pause. Press pause on your end. I'll play.
Hold on. I think it's because, say that one more time.
I said press pause. I can play it. I got the studio speakers over here.
I said pause. You're not going to do my song.
You can't, because we got to have that shit.
Nah, because, you know what? I should have asked you to send your MP3 over. That's what I should have done. Because YouTube is not going to do it justice. Yep. Go ahead and play that.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all have been so interactive.
Yes.
Run that music. Yes, she is. Support. What is it? Support Black Queens. Thank you. It's the energy for me.
Yeah.
Station. Excellent. Thank you, y'all.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, we're dope. You know what I'm saying? We're dope.
I got you, Queen. We finna play this right. We can't even do that because y'all know Zaytoven did the beat. We gotta make sure we got the keys, all of that, huh? You feel me?
Real quick, I gotta ask you. I know you pulling up your song.
Yes, go ahead.
Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion. Did you watch did you listen to the project? Being an artist, not because you take a side, did you listen?
Oh, we talking about
one song.
Listen, girl. But this is the thing that I need people to understand. Us, as you know, being on the outside looking in, I need y'all to understand. This is all a game, okay? People be doing certain situations just to do it right around their projects, just to have that publicity. We cannot be getting wrapped up in people's lives this much where we upset and shit. Because this is, come on, y'all. They sat around around the table and said, how can we come up with some shit to hype up everybody's shit?
Look, I'm not going for it. It's they got money behind this whole
Girl,
thing.
they got money.
I'm like, okay, well, they both got their strings up. Why? Number one, I guess Tori was hoping for the same.
He was hoping for
energy. He ain't gonna talk about that. But no, I'm not gonna even do him like that. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Go listen to your song. That's what matters right now.
Okay. Say it twice. It's nice. Yeah, I know it. Powerful vision. Painful purpose. Look back. This is our work. The rest is yours. Walk in circles. Face is blind. She's being first. You know what I've been through. Been a long time. Marathon for real. But still keep running. You know what I've been through. Been a long time. Marathon for real. But still keep running. Yeah. The way still make a difference. What I present.
Y'all catch a bar and drop it.
Double your cup, double your sippers, double the sauce, double the dripping, double the beans. That he isn't running schemes. I know it's too many, but it's other ways to get it. Love it like that's how we kick it. Yes, I've been thrifting. You won't catch me in Christian still keep
thrifting. Girl, me too.
Me, restrictions, the temperature, the temperament. Respect is coming. I forget. Painful purpose. Looking back at it, it was our worst. The rest of you.
So into it.
Walking in circles.
The band.
Hey! You know what I've been through. Been a long time coming. Marathon for real. But still keep running. Hey, you know what I've been through. Been a long time coming. Marathon for real. But still keep running. Yeah. You really can't tell me nothing who you talking to. I tell myself to myself because that's what bosses do. I need a
they liking it.
for what we do. No system, knowledge and dropping so we go to June. I remember the rules, killing these mics to run in these rooms. Fuck that piece tonight, the news better than rules to make it the news.
I'm gonna hear this whole song.
I need you to wait so big, you fuck on snow. Hey, I hate to see you win, love to see you lose. Down, never vision when you blow, they do. It ain't no pressure on nothing. Hey, wanna leave.
You dropping some bars, girl. Yay.
Look back at it.
Yes, I be thirsty. You won't catch me in Christian. Okay, shout out to my secondhand queens. Look. What's the joint? Right, pull up that YouTube. Yes, go check her out at Nesha Nycee with YCE. This is called Painful Purpose. Produced by Zaytoven. Yes. And it's a little vocals. I know you had some vocals, girl. Okay. You lit, girl. You are lit. You had them going crazy on here. She's like, y'all go hear the whole song. Okay, look.
Yes, y'all don't play with me. Go stream that Painful Purpose everywhere. Streaming on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Go run up Tidal, because we know Tidal pays the most money.
Oh, look.
Go run it up on Tidal.
Oh, you really know the business.
Cheers to your grandma. Huh?
You really know the business. Okay, I see you. Okay, real quick. If you could put, last question. If you could put any female artist on the remix for Painful Purpose, who would it be?
Oh, you know what? I don't know if y'all up on her, but I gotta go with Kamaya.
Kamaya?
Go with Kamaya. She's out of the Bay. She used to be signed with YG. She doing her own.
I think I know. Okay.
She's fire. I gotta go with Kamaya because they tried to break my girl down. They tried to, and she just went independent herself this year and dropped a fire ass project. So I gotta send love to Kamaya because the female CEO, and I know she had a painful motherfucking purpose, and she's still living out her purpose.
Wow.
Yeah, or Lauryn Hill, goddamn, or Erykah Badu.
Lauryn Hill. Oh my God.
Or Love the Genius. You hear me? That's
wow. Definitely good vibes. I enjoyed this interview. Yeah, can't wait to see what you do next, girl. I'll see you.
Yes, Queen. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank you so much. Y'all continue to support this Queen. Shout out Nene checking in. Hi, Queen. You know what we doing. Shout out to everybody. Please follow me at Nesha Nycee, Painful Purpose, streaming everywhere. Get into a Black Girl Magic signing now. The quick.
And that's a wrap, y'all. Okay. Bye, girl.
Bye, girl. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Peace.